One of the new features in Windows 8 that marks a pretty drastic departure, or if you will, kind of a veering off to one side of the Microsoft Windows operating system, is cloud services. Now, in this video entitled Hello Cloud, I just want to go through what's going on in Windows 8, how you can use it, and then kind of show you a quick little demo. Windows 8 employs cloud computing natively as part of what it does, and it's doing this to make data available across all user devices. Now, I've alluded to the fact in earlier portions of the course that with Windows 8, Microsoft has a very definite goal of putting the very same interface across all kinds of devices, regardless of the screen size, regardless of the processor, and so forth. And so in doing so, we also need to see the data that we want to see, the settings that we've chosen, and so forth. Now, I'll show you a lot more about that later, and this also is impacted by which account we use, whether it's a user account or a Microsoft account, but we'll get into that later. But for now, just understand that the cloud computing functionality is accomplished in Windows 8 basically using Microsoft's SkyDrive service. This is very similar to things like Dropbox and some other things, and it is simply a storage space out there in the cloud. That means on the internet. And so Microsoft's going to, as a byproduct of you installing Windows 8, you're going to get space. Now, SkyDrive as an application can also be downloaded on Apple devices. I have it on my iPhone, I have it on my iPad. And so any document that I put up in SkyDrive through Windows 8, I can download it on my Apple device and see it. I can open Word documents there and see them. Some really neat stuff. I can open PowerPoint presentations there. Now, this makes my photos and documents available anywhere. This is really, really neat stuff. It also allows me to just see this stuff. I don't have to go log into SkyDrive every time, especially in Windows 8. Now, how much space do I get with SkyDrive? Well, via the Windows 8 apps, anytime I'm accessing or pushing things up through Windows 8, notice I can push up to 10 million files. Now, notice they're not talking about gigabytes of size or anything. They're talking about up to 10 million files. Now, if you just download the SkyDrive app and start to work with it, you come with 7 gigabytes, and there's all kind of ways to quickly upgrade it to 25 gigabytes, no charge. But the SkyDrive app is really neat, and you're going to like it. What's interesting is for the most part, it'll be almost invisible to you. Now, this is also a big departure for developers, because developers can choose programmatically as they develop Metro apps or Windows 8 apps whether they want to automatically use cloud storage and make that transparent to their applications. Now, this is really neat because you can build applications now that as the user is using them, data is being stored out there in SkyDrive on the cloud, and then it can easily be transferred to other devices when the user logs in. So a lot of neat functionality here. Let's go out to the Windows 8 interface and take a look at it. Now, when you installed Windows 8, somewhere out there there's a tile that looks like this. Now, yours may be wide like this, but that can be customized. And all I have to do is click on SkyDrive. Now, SkyDrive just pops up, and pictures that I've put in SkyDrive earlier are just there. And by clicking one and taking it full screen, there's my picture of the dog, right? And with that, all I have to do is back out to here. I just press delete on the keyboard to do that. And then notice I can go take a look at my documents that are out there, and I can click the back button, and then I can see any kind of public shared documents, and I haven't dropped anything into there yet. Okay, so all that stuff is up there. All right, now if I go back to my desktop or back to my start menu, I can go into my photos, for example, here, and these are going to be the photos that are in the picture library on the SkyDrive, or notice I have Facebook photos and Flickr photos, and then I can add devices like thumb drives, SD cards, and so forth. All right, and if I click here, notice it takes me into SkyDrive, right? And then I can right click and I can import even more data up there into SkyDrive. Okay, and then if I click there, I'm right back at the same location. Now, all of these pictures, once I've dropped them into SkyDrive, I have them and they're available on all my devices. because I can just simply hit the SkyDrive app on my iPhone, my iPad, and see those things along with the documents, and I can pull them down locally if I would like. And this is just a really cool way of sharing information across multiple locations. Just want you to know the cloud's functioning. It's out there. The magic really happens with this when we use a Microsoft account to sign in, and that's just what I've done here. But we will dive into those details a little bit later on when we talk about user accounts. But I just wanted you to see and be aware of how cloud computing is now a native part of the Windows operating system.